Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is May 14th, and we are going to take a look at Palantir stock. These dates are making me having to practice my English accent. It's incredible. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research, make your own decisions. So, Palantir had a green day today, up 1.71 at $20.08, up 9.31%. So wow, that's a lot. We were up 10% a few days ago after the earnings, or on the day of the earnings, and now we have another 9%. And post-market, we are down 5 cents. So let's look at the chart. So basically, we had this very, how can I put it? Very local support at 1841. On May 10th, we sat on it with our legs dangling. Then we had the very down day. We opened very low on May 11th, but then the earnings were great. So basically we had a nice green candle here, but we stopped. We stopped where? So yeah, I'm very tempted. We have a small resistance here. So we stopped basically at 2030. At 2030, we seem to have another resistance, a smaller resistance in terms of length. So basically at 2030 was the top. Then the next day we went down and our feet were touching 1841. Then yesterday, another down day, but compared to the green candle, it was not so bad. So our body was on 1841 and our legs were dangling. And today, 1841 again. So 1841 is really important. We have, we used that line for, we have been using that line for 4 days. So, and now today we are touching that line again, and we are almost touching 2030. So basically the stock has recovered from the low of May 11th and has now basically reached the top of what it was on May 11th. So I would say the stock is in a congestion zone. So a congestion zone is when the stock goes sideways between 2 points. So basically 1841 and 2030. The stock is going sideways. If we go to the hourly chart to see what happened more closely during the day, so basically we opened quite high. We opened here at 1882. Then we went down and touched 1841. So we touched it and then just kept going on ever since. And look at the size of the candles. This one in terms of the rectangle. So this one is quite big. The second one at 1030 is smaller, a little bit bigger, smaller. So basically we see that the stock was doing this and was really, we say in French, asymptote, in mathematics, when you have a curve that never reaches a point, but just goes closer and closer infinitely and never touching it. Well, it looks like this, here on May 11th, it looked like we were going to cross it because we were going directly towards it, but now we are just caving into it. So yes, will we break 2030? That's the big question that we are gonna have to wait until Monday to have an answer for. If we look at the stochastic, stochastic is quite higher here. Look at this top here. So 94.73, And when we were close to 2030 yesterday, is it yesterday? No, sorry. May 11th, Stochastic was at 85. So 85 compared to 94. So this is what we call a divergence. So this portion here, this portion here is higher than this one, but then from a stochastic perspective, it's this one that's higher than this one. Just interesting. Let me go back to the daily chart. So looking at it from a daily perspective, yes, we can clearly see that, yeah, 1841 and 2030 are the two lines in the congestion zone. And not too far from it in terms of resistance, we have a bigger resistance, a big resistance at 21. Remember our resistance at 21? We talked so much about it, and the stock respected it so many times. So 21, I feel, is going to be an important resistance. If we go back above 21, then this is going to mean that the stock has regained some of its power that it had lost since May 6th. But let's not forget that we have this diagonal resistance here that, well, for now it is at 23.45, but decreasing every single day. So we have that will come into play. We have that will come into play, and my guess, based on what I see now, I might change my mind tomorrow if the stock is doing something different, but so far my guess is that, well, either we do something like this. This is possible that we stay there, and then eventually it's going to do something, but we can stay there for a long time. Or if we see some power in the stock, if there's some power in the stock, then we can start seeing us going up to the resistance and maybe doing something like this. So basically, this is the area of opportunity. So if you go and will listen to my Tesla video, I talk about this because this is pretty much the same thing that is happening with Tesla. We went down pretty much, and we had the resistance, and now we have all this place for the stock to go place. So I talk a lot about support, resistance, and the possible strategies you can use between these two. So I'm gonna let you go to and watch my Tesla video. Let's look at the stochastic. So stochastic, we are at 41.98, so decent increase there, nothing too extravagant. MACD negative, bearish, but we see, look at this, we see that the blue line is coming up a little bit higher, so this is going to cross eventually if the stock remains the same or go up. And the DMI is also coming back together a little bit. If we look at the red line, which represents the bearish force in the stock, the bearish force diminished and the bullish force increased. So because sometimes you have only the bearish force that decreasing, and sometimes you have only the bullish force that comes up. And now we see the two. So this will take a while for the DMI to show us that Palantir is ready for takeoff. It's going to take a while. It's going to take several days. So I would not be surprised that we are going to wait until July until the DMI shows us that the stock is really going off, unless there's some dramatic news or dramatic buying pressure. But then if there's a dramatic buying pressure and the stock goes super high super fast, then what happens? Then it's going to correct and come back down. So what we would like best is to have a steady steady bull trend that is easy to follow, because it's harder to follow when things go up and down, because people can buy and sell at any point, because you have some people that want to take some short-term profit, and some that are and some people that like to stay in the stock for longer term. So so the stock can go up and down like this. So it's a bit harder to trade and stay in the stock when that happens. So I prefer something that goes up steadily. And I think that Palantir is a stock that might be doing this because it's not as well known as Tesla. Tesla is a stock that goes up and down like crazy. So it's a big ride when things go up, because you don't know if you need to sell, but you want to hold on because you believe in the company, and then you have a confusion in your objectives. Like, well, I believe in Tesla long term, but look at this. I just made 20% in the last week. So what should I do? Should I sell a part? And then, confusing your objectives is I would say a sure bet to losing money. So you need to be clear on your objective. Am I looking at just a swing? Am I a swing trader? I take a swing high and then I stop. Or am I an investor? An investor would not be watching me, because you don't need to watch the stock every single day if you're an investor. You just buy and hold. But if you want to stay in the stock as long as it's going up, then you are not a swing trader, you are not an investor, you are a daily trader. This is what I try to do. Stay in the stock until a bigger trend fails. So I stayed in Tesla for over a year. I bought, thankfully, I bought before the split at $300, and I sold not too long ago after the Tesla stock broke the congestion at 780. So I stayed in it for a year. It was a hell of a year, because sometimes I was happy and sometimes I was not so happy, and questioning myself, well, maybe I should have sold it here. But then the stock would then pick up on a broad support, and then I would be like, "Ooh, yes, I didn't sell. That was a great idea." So anyway, I'm not trying to sell my Tesla video, but basically, if you look at it or look at the Tesla chart, you will understand what I just said. So I've been talking a lot today. I guess I'm happy. Yes, of course I'm happy, because we reached 1,000 subscribers not too long ago. So thank you very much for your, how can I say this? For your participation in my community. I really appreciate it. I did not think I would be, I did not think I would be having this much success. Yes, I'm not in the millions or tens of thousands, but to me, this is still unexpected. I just decided to record my videos of me watching stocks, and I thought, well, maybe some people will like it. At least myself, it will help me think out loud, because sometimes when, at least for myself, when I keep all my thoughts in my head, then I don't know what's happening. It goes too fast and I miss some things. But now the fact that I need to speak, then I need to organize my thoughts a little bit more than if I just had to think with myself. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I publish a video every single day for Palantir and Tesla. And sometimes I talk too fast. And we have a Patreon account if you want to encourage me. And we have a Discord server. This is free. So this is a place where all the people that like my channel go and talk with each other. So if you all like what I do, you might like each other at the same time. So I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Monday, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.